Well. Here we go, everybody. Happy day, happy day. Uh, Thank you for joining us. Oh my goodness, I'm excited. I'm really excited to get this show started. Also excited about the time of year and what I see coming in the future. But welcome everybody. This is the Seven City Shop Talk Sports Show broadcasting live to you from the beautiful state of Virginia to everyone all over the world. We want to thank you for joining us in another episode of our brand of dysfunctional camaraderie. And as of now, this shop is open. And of course, I got my great co-host here with me, plural, here on the show with me. Of course, I'm gonna start with you, Ed. How you doing, Ed?
Doing okay, boss. I'm
Okay,
managing.
you managing? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, not
We
dead
see
yet.
you. well, no, you're not dead. Thank goodness.
No.
But we'll talk a little bit more. We got some things to talk about later on. And then of
All
course
right.
we got AB lady in the building. How you doing, AB?
I am exhausted tonight, but I'm still ready for the show. So I'm here.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us. So, as everyone probably is finding out or realizing, or they already know that the ACC is starting. The ACC football is starting,
They're going to have
but
it again?
they're gonna have it again. Yes,
Wow.
yes, they are. But let's go ahead and I'm gonna uh, start with the marquee and tell you guys what we're gonna talk about today. So, I mean, right off the bat, I mean, I'm excited. Just the feel of football. You know, not just um, college football, but pro football. You know, that's something that I feel kind of puts us all in a joyous spot. But what we got to talk about today is we have a huge announcement right off the bat. AB, myself, and Ed. I mean, we're gonna make an announcement. Of course, Ed's gonna be part of it. but
What? I heard my name.
yeah. So yeah, we have a large announcement, huge announcement we're gonna make. Also, like I said, the ACC kickoff started this week, and we'll talk a little bit about the football team and what to expect. We'll also talk about the NFL training camp starting, you know, and what to expect possibly with some training camps, and maybe talk about your team as well. And then we also have a real hot button in the media right now, and it's about the Washington Commanders and not the football team. But the question is, you know, should the president be involved in the NFL? Should he be
No.
involved with the Commanders? But we'll talk about that later. We're gonna save that juicy nugget for the end of the show. But let's go ahead and get it all started right off the bat. So, you ready for this announcement, AB?
I think so.
Think
Um,
so?
I think so. I'm hoping that some other people are going to be just as excited about this than I am. We are we name dropping the name of it tonight?
Uh, we can possibly. I mean, we can hold off if you want. You know, that way it's you know, we can let them know what's going on. You know, we can let the folks know what's going on, and then we can kind of drop the name, I guess, down the line.
Okay.
But
Just when you thought it was safe to go back to the internet.
that's right. That's right. So go on ahead. Let's get a well, I used to have a drum roll, but Ed, give us a drum roll, Ed. All right. So the announcement that we have for you viewers and listeners, AB, go ahead and drop it on them.
We are officially launching a podcast that will be centered around sports betting.
Yay.
We are going to start it off with football season. It's the best time of the year that I feel like everybody really gets into the sports betting and really takes it super serious. So we're like, okay, well, we think now is like the best time to drop this. And a lot of times Law and I go back and forth between stuff that we're doing. I share with my friends. So we're really wanting to have some hosts just like we do with this one, where we do have somebody that is that joins me on the touchdown scores, because that's all I do. And then we're looking for someone who has a lot of skill with the stats and that side of the game. And then we're also looking for somebody who is familiar and positively can give us some insight on like spreads and money lines and things of that nature for the football season. So we're definitely looking to put together a team of people that can help us make this happen. So we are definitely looking to start this as soon as possible so we can get some things going and some communication going. So if you're interested, definitely let us know.
Absolutely. Send us a message. A sports betting show from Seven City Shop Talk is on the horizon. It will be here before you know it. But yeah, we're looking for some of our degenerates. I'm gonna just say it.
Degenerate gamblers, yes.
Yeah, my degenerate gambler friends and fans and followers. If you sports bet, please hit us up. We'd love to make a host of you of the show, and you can come on, and we love to share lines and talk about good lines, bad lines. What to stay away from. What because let's get it right. We want to do this to make money, right? So we can share each other's successes, but also share the expertise with each other, so that there may be something that we're all missing, or something that we can all learn from each other. And that's what this is about. This is as always, with anything Seven Cities Shop related, this will be a community thing, and we're gonna talk some betting lines. We're gonna talk some college lines. I got one of my guys already kind of talking about it, lined up a little bit. My man Rick Ciaratella. He runs this magazine right here, the NFL Draft Bible. This is an older one, but he runs this, and he's a NFL draft guru. And he's been doing it for, I think, 20 years or so here. And it goes out to combines, bowl games, practices, college practices, and evaluates NFL talent. He does it for a living. So among other things, but he is also into some betting, and apparently has a pretty good record. So I'm going to bring him on. And if you're listening, Rick, let me know. Shout out to him. But we're gonna looking for some hosts to bring on here on the show, and see if we can get some lines popping coming up here this fall. In actuality, it doesn't even have to wait until the fall, because right now the lines have been out. The lines of how many games a team is going to win. They're already doing those predictions, college and pros. So if you are interested, please let us know. But
And we're serious about making money, y'all. Like,
absolutely. We're going to be
if y'all are over here putting 50 legs together and putting $1 on it, hoping to freaking become a millionaire, this is not what we're talking about. We're talking about putting some solid, bets together, and really being able to turn, $20 into a couple hundred, and or we really would like 1,000, but just doing like the stuff that makes sense to where we all can come away with like being successful with the betting this year, because everybody's good. I think the biggest thing about it, just like this podcast, all of us are different and dynamic. So it's just like with betting, everybody is different and good at different things. I'm not good at stats. I can't tell you how many yards a quarterback is going to throw for, but I can tell you who I think is going to score based on defensive rankings and things of that nature. So I do my research. We're looking at people who do their research and know what they're talking about, so that we can really make some money. And even if you don't want to become a host, we want you to join so that you can win some money this season too.
Absolutely. We'll share our lines, and everybody will hopefully make some money doing this. So, and have some fun while doing it. So, but let's go ahead and get the rest of the show started. So, the ACC kickoff, preseason kickoff, which is the culmination of all the colleges coming to Charlotte, the city of Charlotte, beautiful city of Charlotte, and coming in and pretty much giving their I guess soliloquy or monologue of each player talks about, and the coaches talk about what they want to be when they grow up at the end of the season, or what they should be at the end of the season, what they want to be. So, of course, Tony Elliott was there with a quarterback and a couple other players, and to me, I watched it. They looked confident. It seemed like, this is his fourth year now, and it's already and he knows it's a situation where it's kind of a do or die situation for him. I'm gonna come to you, Ed. Whenever you have these kickoffs, tell me, what is your opinion on these kickoffs?
I'm reminded, as a baseball fan, I would point out that everybody is optimistic in April. It's in with football, it's easy to be optimistic in July. Virginia has taken some big steps off the field as far as recruiting goes, as far as their NIL money. But I remember my ninth grade PE teacher saying you can't make chicken salad from chicken crap. If you have good ingredients and a bad chef, it's still going to be bad food. It remains to be seen if we have learned as far as how to scheme a running game, how to stick with the running game when it's working.
Mm-hmm.
How to scheme receivers open. Last year everybody knew we were going to throw to Malachi, so they double covered it. Other teams that have similar receivers, and those guys still managed to get their catches. They would double Malachi, and I don't know where to go with the ball now. So I would like to see some growth as far as that goes. If there's two on him, you're only allowed to play with 11. Somebody's got to be open.
Right.
Can he get the time to find them?
Right, and that's something
can we maybe structure the play so that there should be, when he gets to his third reads, that whoever that is should be open. Maybe it's a 5-yard completion. I'd much rather have 2nd and 5 than 2nd and 10.
Well, we also got to keep the quarterback upright in order for him.
There's that. Yes, they all throw better when they're standing up.
Right. When, he has to get to that third read, fourth read.
Yeah, he has to get to that third read.
Right, before he evacuates the pocket and is pretty much running for his life at that point. But let me come to you, AB. Preseason kickoff. How do you feel about it? Good, bad, indifferent? Just give me the games. What do you think about when you think about the preseason kickoff ACC?
And it's where everybody just gets to go and talk like it's going to be the best thing in the world this year. Everybody goes on and talks about themselves and how they expect it to be this great season. We all know that everybody in the ACC can have a great season. Somebody's going to be great and somebody's going to be bad. So the question is figuring out who is, who's a bluff right now, who's really going to be the worst and who's going to be the best. And I think it's too soon to tell. I think that with all the changes with the transfer portal and people being able to do, move and shake shift and all that, you can't predict anymore because the teams are changing every year. Like nobody is staying. People are coming coming and going. So you can't base it off of last year because half the people from last year have already gone. So you really can't base what the season's going to look like anymore, which is kind of sad. I kind of miss it because it's like, what you have. Now you don't know what you have.
Yeah. You could crack that egg open and it could be a bad egg. Yep. That's what it feels like. Now it's like, all right, yeah, we're getting we're getting supposedly some good players from here, some players that may fit the system over here, but you never know what you get till you get them on the field and you get them all playing together. What were you gonna say, Ed?
No, it's sort of like when you have those and everybody has this kind of dinner where you throw a bunch of stuff in the pan and you see what comes up, and sometimes it's bad, and other times it's Yeah,
Edible.
I got to remember how I made
Sometimes
this.
it's edible.
Yeah, sometimes it's like, hey, that's pretty good.
Sometimes it's all bad, but then
I
sometimes
I
it's
didn't know what I
edible.
was doing, but I wish I could remember it so I could do it again.
Right. So hopefully we have.
Sometimes it works.
So hopefully we
We'll
have
see.
something that's edible, is what Ed is
Yes, as
saying. We
long as
have
it doesn't make us sick.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't make us sick. That's right. As long as it's fresh and we can eat it and make it, it's edible, and we should be able to
Yeah,
digest
fresh, canned, frozen. I don't care.
it. Right. That's right. But I was gonna say maybe we got some spam, but then again, I
Hey,
think
don't
we're
knock
going.
spam.
But listen. If anybody's listening, if you like spam, send me your best spam recipe in the chat right now. If you've eaten spam, if you're a spam fan, because I am a spam fan. I grew up eating it, and when you fry it, it's
Yes, sir.
undefeated. It's
Little brown
undefeated.
sugar glaze on it.
Listen, I don't care what anybody says. Spam is undefeated fried. But anyway, that's another subject.
It beats going hungry, I can tell you that.
Look, we may have to do a bracket on best cheap foods like ramen noodles, Vienna sausages, spam. We may have to do like a bracket, best cheap eats, and see who comes down, to the winner. I think that'd be fun. But I'm excited about this season. And just that football starting up. That's just kind of the coach in me this time of year. I always kind of get a feeling of I need to be out on the field because the kids right now are practicing. Coaches are out there practicing with the kids. Kids go back. Well, here the kids go back early. They go back August 26th, I believe. So less than a month. Or right about in about a month.
You mean high school?
Yeah, high school kids will be. Oh,
yeah.
School,
yeah.
Period. I think Virginia.
Oh
Beach,
yeah. It's you're probably about maybe 2 weeks out.
So kids will be back in school, but practice is if it's hasn't kicked off yet for high school, it's getting ready to kick off. And
you're running. You got to have so many practices before you can go into pads, and then you have to have so many practices and pads before you can play a game. And
there you go. Yada. Yes, we got our 2-a-days. I don't even think we can do 2-a-days anymore. But I'm just ready.
You know what? With the weather is so crazy. I get it. I understand why you have practices at dark 30 and late at night. I get it.
There we go. Look, our first fried spam recipe. My man
there we
Eric
go.
Thomas in the press box from EA
yes,
Sports.
Sir.
Fried spam with grilled peppers and onions.
Oh,
bread and lettuce, tomato and mustard. He's got the secret ingredient with any.
You got to have the mustard
with any pork. Mustard.
We're not savages.
Yeah. Yeah. But that, Eric, sounds delicious. Anybody else out there with a spam recipe, please bring it in. So AB, what are you doing, girl? Talk to me. What do you have in mind for this season? Let me ask you this. A player, give me 1 or 2 players you're excited about for this coming up season.
What's Twitty? He was mine last year, and I just feel like his size, and if he's having his speed and his size, now having a better quarterback, everybody thinks he's better. Let's pray he's better. I'm not sure, but if we have a better line, personally I thought it was the line. I didn't think that it was a problem with our quarterback, but everybody's got their own opinions. Mine is that. So I think that if we have really truly done the work to give us a better line, still have a quality quarterback, Dakota Twitty can have a hell of an outbreak season this year, in my opinion.
I agree. And give me another one. Give me 1 more.
What's the wide receiver we got?
You're talking about Trail.
Was it the Notre Dame guy? Is that
no, that's not Notre Dame. No, Notre Dame guy.
He was one and done, wasn't he?
No. It's almost like we swapped him with Malachi. Although, he was a 4-star going into Notre Dame, but
we should have gotten some picks in that deal.
Should have got some picks. But then there's like you took one of my guys. If you're saying Trell Harris,
no, it's
Well, we'll get him back.
Well,
won't
there's
we?
a kid from JMU who's
Yeah.
who's ultra quick. Who else
What's
you
the
thinking
kid?
about?
I gotta look it up because I can't even think of his name right now.
Give me a player, Ed. A player two,
Since
Ed.
the champion of Elon is not here tonight, I want to see that defensive end we got from, I think it's
Kazim.
Elon.
Is it Kazim?
Yeah, I understand that kid is ripped.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see what it looks like. Maybe the talent level at Elon isn't as bad as some people think. I don't know.
Well,
But I mean, I'm curious to see him.
mhm.
And I'm sort of with AB. I'm not necessarily one player. I want to see what this offensive line looks like.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even with the injury.
All running backs run the same when there's no hole.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
Jaden Thomas.
That's
Who?
a Notre Dame guy.
Yeah. Jaden Thomas.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I like those picks. Person I'm looking forward to, I said one of them already, Trell Harris. He is coming in my opinion, as the number one receiver. And he can run the whole route tree. He was like the deep threat. We had Malachi there, and Malachi was, the possession guy, so to speak.
He would
Big guy,
occupy that high
strong guy.
safety, and
That's right. Well, yeah, he would occupy the high safety, and Malachi could do whatever he needed to, do what he wanted to underneath. But Trell Harris has the ability to do all of those things. And
can he stay healthy?
Excited. I think
That was easier than I thought.
Oh my goodness! Somebody walked in the building.
Oh,
His boots are made for
somebody's
walking.
got his sassy pants on.
His boots are made for walking. What's up, Wood? You on mute? What's up, Wood?
What they did was that easy.
All this technology, I'm not used to it.
There you go.
Something about, your age is catching up with you, Chad. You're struggling with the technology.
I still got AOL.
Oh my God. So let me come to you, Wood. Let me bring you in. We're just talking about the ACC kickoff and being excited about that. Give me and
hold on. You said something about Spam and Vienna sausages. I heard a little.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we're talking.
That's what got his attention.
Okay, yeah. so
let's
listen,
get down to important business.
Look, we all Southern folks here, so at one time in all of our lives, I know we had some cheap eats. Okay, so we're talking about doing a cheap eats bracket. Where it's like ramen noodles, Vienna sausage, Spam, potted meat, whatever, you know what I mean, and see if we can have like a 16 bracket cheap food and see what people say. I think that'd be awesome. And then ramen noodles here and different things
up there.
Got Scrapple. That's right. And then that's what I'm thinking about doing. So I was looking for your top Spam recipes. And this is my guy Eric Thomas came in with a great recipe right there. That looks like you throw that on the grill with the grilled onions and peppers, toast the bread, throw a little bit of lettuce, tomato, and mustard on there. Woo! That's some good eating right there to me.
Hey Eric, what time's dinner, man?
He knows what he's doing.
I'll be by.
Anything fried Spam is good. You can do what you need to do to it.
There you go. That's exactly what I'm saying. I think Spam is going to be hard to beat if we put in a bracket. Put that on the bracket, but anyway, what we're saying was the ACC preseason kickoff is going at it. Is going on right now. So I just want to kind of get your idea of what you feel good, bad, and different about the preseason ACC kickoff that's in Charlotte every year. Of course, it's going on right now. Our kids have spoken. Coach has spoken. They look confident to me. Of course, this is the coach's fourth time being there. And, I want your opinion. What do you think about when you see the preseason come along, preseason kickoff?
Well, I can't really speak to the players' interviews or coaches' interviews today. I missed it, doing a little coaching myself. But I don't know. I think I don't know how much you got into last week, or if you got into the schedule release and all that, and how some people are saying it's the easiest Power Four schedule. It could be, could not be, but at this point, with the money we spent, I know we lost a tackle from Louisville. That really hurt us.
Mm-hmm. We're really dependent on him.
But if you look at it, we've spent the most we've ever spent. Of course, I'll be negative like always.
What?
Just be Chad. You're good, brother. Be Chad.
I thought they were the same thing.
We spent the most we ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Probably transfer talent is, I don't say it's the most we ever had, but it's certainly up there. The easiest schedule.
I don't know, Wood. I think that's the best.
What?
Alabama, Ohio State.
Well, now,
I mean, we haven't
arguably
had
the best. But yeah, all right.
I don't think we've ever had. Yeah.
That, and a lot are saying the easiest schedule in Power Four. Like, if we don't do it now, when are we going to do it? Is my question. And I'm always, obviously, I'm pessimistic. Ed will tell you he didn't know that, but
no.
But no, I mean,
No, I choose to see the good, Chad.
Do you?
Yes, I do. It's hard.
You ever seen the movie?
I like a challenge.
Nicky?
So injury is part of everything, but I mean,
release good, Ed. Do it. Release the good.
So my question is, what should be the floor at this point?
The floor.
Yeah, I mean, is 6 wins a good season with all this?
Great question, Wood. And I guess we should all go around the horn.
Who the wins are. I understand 6 and Virginia Tech has a strong argument. But I mean, is 6 wins if it's not Tech? Is that a good season for what we've invested and the schedule we have?
6 wins and it's not Tech?
Yeah.
No.
6
wins in Tech that's what it needs to be.
So 6 wins, not Tech. Are we looking for a new
7
coach?
wins and 7 wins? No, they're not.
If we make a bowl,
because they're going to a bowl game.
Hmm.
They're going to the Mayonnaise Bowl. The Duke's Mayo Bowl, whatever, in Charlotte.
Which is really good with Spam, by the way.
Yes, it is. In actuality, that is a fun bowl.
That might be the time to break out that Spam bracket.
See,
never saw you as a mayonnaise guy.
Well,
oh yeah, are you kidding?
Yeah,
what'd you think? Of salad dressing? You
absolutely.
It's either that or what's the other?
Salad dressing is what sadness tastes like.
Oh God, that's un-American if you eat salad dressing.
Miracle Whip. There it is.
Nah.
Miracle
anyway, we're back on food. Let's get back to.
The Velveeta of sandwich spread.
So what's the floor, AB? Let me come to you. What's the floor in your opinion? What is the minimum that has to happen? We're not doing predictions, but what's the minimum amount of wins you need to have to show a measure of success based off of what they've done in the offseason?
I mean, it needs to be set. In my opinion, 6 ain't enough. You didn't put out this kind of money. Settling for a bowl game is not enough. We need 7+ wins.
7+ wins. She has spoken. Ed, what's your floor?
7, and one of them has to be Tech.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm tired of hearing it. I would like at least one quiet winner before I die.
Let me come to you, Wood. Floor for you.
Get off the floor, Chad.
To be successful, you got to win 8. I don't care if Tech's involved or not.
He says he doesn't care.
That's the floor. I
bet he cares a little.
And I said 6.
But if you win 8 and you lose to Tech, 8
7.
wins. That's minimum for we talk
8.
about success. Yeah,
8 is minimum.
Yeah, Tech or not.
Okay, Tech or not. Okay. I would think Tech would have to be involved in that 8. If they got 8.
With the worst schedule in the Power 4?
Is it the worst schedule?
Well, is it the worst? Yeah, I was going to say, is it the worst schedule?
You tell me.
Easiest schedule.
Ask the experts, not me.
I thought you were the experts.
They ranked it, not me.
Yeah, they did rank it. Yeah, it was.
I think they checked with you first, though, don't they?
It was down there. It was pretty bad.
Was it? Yeah, it's one of the easier ones, I guess, if you want to look at it standing on your head.
Well, we're gonna see what he's coming with because something has to change, and it has to change for the better, or there's going to be a lot of changes coming in and out of the football program. But
we
same
only
thing.
have a bottom 5 schedule. Sorry, that makes a big difference. Maybe not.
What was that, AB?
The same thing I was talking about though. Like they're ranking these schedules like preseason, but again, like things are shifting so much from season to season. Like anybody can come out and be good depending on what you do with your off season and who you bring in. The worst team in the ACC could be the freaking best team in the ACC the following year. I mean, things are changing that drastically. So I think it's I don't think we can sit here and say, oh, it's the easiest schedule we've ever had, because we really don't know.
That's true. You do have those changes where.
But I mean, the experts are aware of those changes. They have the current rosters. I'm not saying they're bulletproof, but I mean, to say we have an average to hard schedule is a far reach. Our schedule is not difficult at all. That's after transfers, after the portal, after everything. I mean, they know what we do, but I mean, they say it's easy.
Right now, it's all chicken bones and tea leaves. They don't. They will pontificate like they know, but they don't know. I've always thought that they should, as far as national championship stuff goes, they shouldn't do any polling until after October 1st. September's loaded with paycheck games, as I like to call them. Teams show up, get a paycheck, get their heads handed to them.
Well, I mean, we may not do it tonight, but let's go down the schedule and discuss what's difficult.
Sure.
Maybe not tonight, but
sounds like a plan.
I don't see many that's difficult, even for Virginia.
Well, that'll be something we might do next week or the week after, because remember the first game is 5 weeks, right? 5 weeks,
something like that.
I mean, the Raiders could beat some of these teams.
You sure?
4.5 weeks. I mean,
sure.
This could be great, man. I'm ready to just get this thing started. I'm excited about it, and football's back, guys. Football is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, great. So
we made an announcement earlier, Chad. That did you hear the announcement earlier?
Spam is the best fried food.
That is one, yes. The second one is we are.
You can't just skip to the end, Chad. You got to read the whole thing, man.
Starting a 7 cities betting show, sports betting show. I know you want a piece of that.
I'm putting all my money on red and letting it ride.
I know you want a piece of that. I know you probably come on here or there, but we are looking for some hosts. But we'll talk about some NFL and college sports betting, and we'll pick some games and see if we can put together some parlays and some different things, right, AB?
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to it. But that was the earlier. So you viewers and listeners out there, if you're a degenerate or if you're a bettor, you want to get into sports betting, you want to talk some sports betting, send us a message.
Maxie!
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Hey,
Maxie.
Okay. Look at the dog. Look at that.
Long story short, Max used to be my coworkers, and Chad ended up with him.
That is cool.
We'll put two and two together. I just want to show Amber.
What did Max do?
Max didn't do anything. My coworker just was not ready for a dog, and so
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought maybe Max was being punished, but okay.
So
sorry about that. Sorry for the distraction. I had to show.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. We're
bring your dog anytime.
Look, we're animal lovers here for sure.
Yeah. In fact, you could just skip the show and leave the dog.
So
how about I just move my video and we'll look at you?
Oh Lord.
Okay.
Here we go. So we
missed you, buddy.
Listen, we're gonna missed you. Look, we're gonna have plenty of time for that. So especially with
somebody needs a hug.
Look with the last segment. I'm pretty sure you two will get into it over that. So NFL training camps have started, right? So let's go. I mean, players, rookies, coaches, everyone's reported. I'm excited about the NFL starting up as well. What does it mean to you when NFL training camps start up, Ed?
Disappointment.
Already?
Might as well get it out of the way. It's going to be another long season.
Season.
We'll maybe get is the Manning kid coming out next year? Elon, not Elon.
Yeah. Elon Manning.
Elon Manning. Yeah,
Archie. Yeah.
my favorite quarterback, Elon Manning. It's a transfer.
Yeah. No, yeah. Arch Manning should come out next year. He still has 2 years of eligibility, but he should come out next year if things go according to plan based off of who he is and how he's supposed to play. He should be ready to go.
Yeah. So I guess we'll be tuning in for the Arch Manning sweepstakes all year.
What about you, AB?
Oh, I mean, it makes me excited.
Yeah.
Mom and I have decided that we are going to a Commanders game this year, and we are looking at the Lions game. So, yeah. Yep. So,
might be a decent game.
When is that? When is that? In warm, cold? When is that? Okay, still early.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it'll be a good one because, I love football, and obviously the Commanders are my favorite, but I still have players that I really truly enjoy watching, and I feel like the Lions just have some really great players that I enjoy watching every weekend. So I think that's the best game that I saw on our schedule that I would like to watch.
Okay, so, all right, that's going to be awesome. I like that as well. The Lions against Washington. That's going to be that's a rematch of the what is it, the quarterfinals?
NFC?
The NFC in the quarterfinals. So they wound up beating them and surprised them. They actually beat them pretty good. Let me come to you, Wood. Talk to me, man. How do you feel about what is training camp? Your owner's already on fire. He's in mid-season form. So talk to me. How do you feel? I mean, he is. I just can't believe he took a shot at both his best players. I don't know.
Wow, that was cold-blooded.
It
cold-blooded.
Am I wrong?
Probably premeditated.
Am I wrong, Wood?
No, you're not wrong, but he does this shit on purpose. He does this shit every year because people continue to talk about it. They continue to be on SportsCenter. He is a fucking he's a marketing genius. Do I love him as an owner? No, he's horrible. He's a horrible GM. But at the end of the day, just like Zeke did, Dak did, CD did, like at the end of the day, they drag it out, they talk shit, and then
they pay
20 minutes before kickoff, he'll extend Mike as the highest paid player ever. I just get so sick of Cowboy fans in general. They buy into this shit. They get so mad about it. At the end of the day, the player always wins with him. He just loves the show. He loves SportsCenter. He loves everybody talking about it. So I don't try to talk about it. I don't try to like anything. I don't try to expose it. But nothing's ever going to change until real Cowboy fans actually stop spending money. That will never happen. So he continues to play us like a trumpet.
I know the feeling.
They're going to make him the highest paid non-quarterback in the league. They did it with Dak. They did it with Zeke. They did it with CD. The next guy will do it. He just loves the headlines. Just like he took Trayvon Diggs, he took money away from him because he trained off campus. Like, it's all for the show. But as far as this time of year, I'm excited about it. You have something to watch, but then again, it's kind of like a tease because you still got about 6 weeks until real football starts. But yeah, on Thursday night, if you got a barbecue on, you got a little game to watch, Hall of Fame game.
Yeah, this Thursday,
y'all. It's this time of year, but you still got like 6 weeks.
That's right. We have the Hall of Fame game. We actually will have NFL football on TV, even if it's the Hall of Fame game.
Who's playing?
It's the NFL going to be on TV, guys. I mean, that alone, the NFL for me is, even if it's not my team, I'm going to watch. But even a game like that, I'll just put it on the TV, do what I'm doing and glance and watch from here. And that's how much I love the NFL game, regardless of who's on the field. But like Wood said, the Hall of Fame game is going to be on. Whatever the teams are, you're going to watch anyway.
Well, it's like,
Go ahead, Wood.
don't mean to interrupt, but it's kind of like Washington. Like they're going to pay McLaurin. What are they going to do? Trade him?
No, they're gonna play him. They're gonna pay him.
That's
They're
what I'm
gonna pay
saying.
him.
That's what irks me about the Cowboys. The longer you wait, the higher price you pay. Like T.J. Watt just increased the price. Like now, Mike is what, $42 million a year?
He's the highest paid non-quarterback in the league.
Yeah, so that sets the bar.
I
now.
thought Dak was the highest non-paid non-quarterback in the league.
Not after TJ.
Okay.
Dak's
TJ broke the bank.
Okay.
But no, so that's what, $41 million. So Dak will what, get 42? Like we're playing this horse and buggy, but we know we're going to pay him. You know, if you're coming around $42 million, like stop the game plan before another defensive end gets signed for 43, and then that puts you up to 44, 45. Like we know we're going to do it. Just do it. That's what pisses me off the most. I'd rather you just come out and say we're trading them, give us all your first picks that you can, and let's move on. Whether it's a game they play, which they always fold at the end. But anyway, Ed, back to you about the Raiders.
It's going to be a long year. It's a lot of stuff, work in progress. We'll see. Hopefully, Pete will make it to the end of the season.
Well, I think all of this too, like as I'm sitting here listening to it or to you guys talk, I think that it's all a power trip, and it's really sad because the NFL makes so much money off of these certain individuals. And it's like, if you appreciate them and you value them being a part of your team, then just pay them and stop all the drama. Like, do you know how far that would go in regards to the energy that they bring to practice and the energy that they bring to the team? It's just like a job. When you're appreciated and you feel appreciated, you show up and you do what you need to do. And so I think that's the case here. Like, instead of these, franchises, I guess is what you want to call them, instead of them using this power trip of trying to dangle money over their heads and like pretty much allow the drama to build up and make it seem like they're begging for it, just give it to them before you lose them. Because
I've said the same thing with baseball. It's these teams, they lowball these kids, or in baseball, not sure how it works in football, but baseball, you can automatically renew a kid up to a certain point. I think you have to give them like a 10% raise or something like that. I've often wondered what would happen if you just made the kid, I don't know, a fair offer. Would that buy you some goodwill down the road? I'd like to see somebody try it, and maybe it will work.
Well, they got to be careful, like you said, talking about goodwill with other young up and coming stars. They're going to be like, you're going to treat this guy this way? You're going to do him this way?
Yeah.
What's going to happen
with
my turn?
They're a bunch of divas. Yeah, I get it.
Which Terry isn't a diva. That's a bad thing about it. Terry is about as solid of a citizen as you can get in in pro football, in my opinion, based off of what I've seen throughout my football watching.
Be happy to have him in Vegas.
I'm telling you. And for them to kind of drag it out a little bit like this, and maybe that's just the way they do business now. You do have to be physically responsible.
I mean, I've heard veterans say it. I don't know how many years is McLaughlin, whatever his name is, Terry. How long has he been in the league?
5 years.
So he's probably not too upset about missing like that first 2 weeks of camp anyway.
Yeah, he's in his last year of his rookie deal.
No. He's no.
Did they extend him?
He got re-upped. He's in his last year of a 3-year deal. He got extended.
Okay.
He's making 25 right now, I believe it is.
Oh,
24.
wow.
But because of the way that he played at the level he played at, got a real solid quarterback, great quarterback to play with. You really see, what he can really do with all those touchdowns. But yeah, so he's I get what he's doing. He still has 1 year left. But he's also 30 years old. That's the problem. I think that the GMs are like, we love to give you mid-30s, low 30s, no problem for 5 years, but I don't think they want to give him that long of a contract because he's 30 years old. It's a sharp decline. We all know this after age 30, 31 for receivers. a little younger than that on running backs.
Well,
but
running backs too, yeah.
But for wide receivers, but Terry's argument, he's what is it? He said he's a late bloomer. He didn't get a lot of run at Ohio State, and he's right. He didn't have a lot of stats coming out.
And they've gotten by with underpaying him for a while now. So,
well, they haven't underpaid him the last 2 years for sure.
Okay.
His last 2 years, he's been on they signed him to a 3-year deal, I believe, and he's on that last year of that deal. But his second deal, this will be his third contract, and this is supposed to be the big one.
Okay.
And he played up to it. So,
but he really hasn't had any injuries, severe injuries or anything either, has he?
No. And that's another point.
He's been very healthy. Yes, 30 seems like a drop-off year, but it's a drop-off year because a lot of receivers go through a lot health-wise early. So Terry hasn't had that.
That's that's the thing. That's what he's saying. He said that I got low miles, I got low miles on me. So, and I believe him, and every time I've seen him, he's done great. He's had one injury, missed one, or he had an injury that made him miss one game, and the guy's played his heart out, and he looks great doing it. And he put up double-digit touchdowns. One of the top, always in the top 3 of contested catches. That's such a big stat, in the pros. He is a contested catch monster in the league. So they just got to pay him. They got to figure it out. Training camp officially, where everyone's on the field, is tomorrow. So it'll be interesting to see if he's going to be a hold in or hold out, or the contract's going to be completed and he'll show up. So let's see what happens with that.
He's going to be a holdout.
Well, if he doesn't get his contract he wants, he'll probably hold out. And if
that's the only leverage he has at this point.
Meaning he won't even show.
I think Schefter said he's not coming if he doesn't get it.
Right. And then, of course, the hold in is you show up, you just don't dress so that you don't get fined. Because the fines.
The Marshawn Lynch strategy.
Right. Because the fines with this new collective bargaining agreement is absolutely murderous. They're taking tons of money from players. So players like Ayuk did it last year. He came to practice so he wouldn't get fined. But
then they make $200 million. Does 75 grand really matter?
Yeah, I mean, if you get a
I think it's more severe than that.
7-8 figure signing bonus.
You make $200 million. What the hell is
$500,000?
I don't know, man. That's a lot of money. Especially when
if you sign a contract for $300 million and you have to spend $500,000 to get it, I think it's.
Well, that's Well, you're talking about like a quarterback. I'm talking about like a receiver or a running back or whatever. They're making $30 million.
If you say 30 to 40 million a year times 5 years, I mean, you're still talking 150 million. If you anyway, it's a lot of money, yeah. But
I just hate giving my money away.
No, I get it, but to make your stand that dig your feet in the dirt, like I'm not showing up unless you pay me. I think it's probably worth $200,000 to $300,000. Coming from a guy that's never made $300,000.
As long as they retro it and pay.
That's not what I heard.
As long as they retro it and they pay it back to me, sure.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna make it back. Don't they usually write that stuff off?
Back in.
Well, it would have to be something like that, like you said, write it.
No, they make
back
it back
in. Or,
they make it back.
Yeah, I mean, you're investing $200,000 to make $10 million. I'll take that deal.
Or do you just show up and don't dress out? Because that's what
I don't know about that. I wonder how that sits with the team. I wonder how that sits with the guys that are out there sweating their asses off. You're standing there on the sideline, chillaxing.
The same way it's going to set when you're sweating your ass off and they're sitting there wanting their contract.
Exactly. They're all on the same playing field. Like they want everybody to get their money, like because they know that if it comes down to them, they're going to do the same thing. It's about money. They're playing around with their money. They're playing around with. They're hanging them on a string. Like, no, don't play with me. Pay me what you did. What I deserve.
I get all that. I'm just that's the sort of thing that can can run through a locker room real quick, and you can have a split team before you ever break the season. It's the only thing I'm worried about with that hold in.
No, because all of them are on the same playing field with wanting to make sure they get their money. So I think that they'll respect that, especially if, I mean, we're not talking about somebody that's not worthy of it. We're talking about a worthy player has been getting the shit into the deal. Like, they're going to be like, okay, bro, do what you need to do, and let's get this money, and then come back and let's get these wins. Like, that's how it's going to be, because they're all about their money at this point in the game.
This is true.
Yeah,
they're all about their money.
It's all about the Benjamins.
Well, yeah, I mean, Micah showed up full participant today.
Did he?
Yeah, he's in at 42.
Is he got some sort of insurance set up in case he gets hurt?
Well, he has his contract. He just
he's still under he's still under contract.
Yeah, he's still got his big money.
He's in his final year, but the owner goes on the interview and talking about, he missed 6 games last year, blah blah blah, leverage. But it's all bullshit. At the end of the day, they're going to give him
about Dak.
They're going to give him 42 at the end of the negotiation. He's going to lose, but he plays his shit every year. I don't know why people don't understand this, but I can't understand Micah. If I was Micah, I'm not showing up. I'm not blowing my Achilles running out of the locker room.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
In a year, over 4 years, he'll be about 160. No, in Texas, no state tax. Yeah, I got to get that. 160, or I'm not running out of the tunnel.
That's probably why LeBron's agitating to go to Dallas.
No state tax.
Well, and that's and that'll be something we'll talk about.
I saw that the other day.
Coaches and agents now, right?
That's it.
I thought you were the GM.
I couldn't do worse.
But so speaking of the Commanders, how about, of course, it's in the news all over the place. The president has interjected his influence on a stadium deal and the naming rights to the Commanders. Before we even get into this anyway, and I'll come to you, Wood. Does the president have a place in the NFL when it comes to these situations?
Does he have an opinion? Is that what you're asking me?
No, a place.
Does he have a place at the table?
When it comes to naming rights of an NFL team or a stadium, holding up a stadium deal, or trying to influence the stadium deal?
Did politicians have a right to talk about the Redskins and the Indians to begin with?
No. I don't think so.
All right. That's my answer.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think it's a private entity. It's privately held. They can do what they want to do.
But it was forced to change. It was very political at the time for the name to change. So I'm just saying we can't have it both ways. We won't get political here, but I'm just saying you can't say we can force them to change it, but we can't ask a president to not ask to change it back.
I feel like, the way it was changed, I understand why they did it, right? And it wasn't about politics. That was about money. That was about the league saying, listen, we got people pulling out. We got investors pulling out. You're going to have to change the name right now. That wasn't about anything political. That was about Fred Smith and FedEx saying, drop it, take our name off the stadium. Anything NFL related across the whole league, all FedEx money's going away. Nike pulled out. They stopped making Commanders/Redskins jerseys. Stopped selling them. It was onslaught of, take it away right now because we're taking the money away. It was a money deal. That's what it was about. It wasn't about anything political in my mind.
So that's the same with baseball and the Indians?
I think so.
Kind of the same thing, yeah.
I think so. It was all money. It was all money
related. The Seminoles, they left a lot of quote-unquote racist Indian terms, just the ones they wanted to pick?
I think that the Seminoles have a
The tribe is okay with that.
Well, they have a partnership, and they have a partnership with the Seminole Nation. That's the thing,
But not the Indians.
I guess when you say Redskins, of
Well,
course, they can be looked at
which
as a
Indians?
derogatory term, but
a
it's not.
lot of Native Americans have said it's not derogatory. So
Absolutely right.
And
Absolutely right.
yeah, I mean, it's you find 6 or 7 that will say they hate it, and 6 or 7 to say they love it. It's it's whoever you ask last, I guess.
Well,
I mean, the thing for me is where I some people, I probably include myself in this, the term Redskins, it's not used. The only time I ever heard Redskin outside of football was when we were talking about peanuts. So yeah, I didn't realize it was a derogatory term. It was, but it's a derogatory term that's not necessarily used a lot now, which it doesn't seem like that big a deal. But then again, I'm not Native American.
Right.
So you can't say you can't say it's
there you go.
racist if you're not.
I mean, I can have an opinion. I could see where somebody might say it was racist.
It was offensive, right? I can see that.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
I'm not comfortable with the N word. I don't. It. I know lots of people use it. I don't like it, but that's again. It's. I keep going back to that George Carlin bit about the 7 words you can't say. They're just words. But if it's used to put somebody down or make denigrate somebody, now we have a problem. And apparently, enough people whose opinion did matter, FedEx, Nike, et cetera, so on, their opinion did matter, and they were forced to change. They didn't do it out of the goodness of their hearts, because let's face it, they don't have a heart. But they did it.
I understand.
The money mattered. Their opinion didn't matter. It could have been the same if you flip-flopped it.
Well,
right.
The money you're exactly right.
That was a money move. That was all about money.
Yeah.
That's why the NFL changed it, because they were losing sponsors left and right.
Yeah,
and it was a lot of money that they were losing. That's why
the Shield was looking bad.
And not to mention, the owner was despised by other.
Yeah, he was on his way out anyway.
So,
actually,
at that time he wasn't.
But
he wasn't on his way out.
So if you have a bunch of investors and everything that supports changing the name, do they change it back? I mean, what are we accomplishing here?
You certainly could.
Well, yes and no.
Could, yeah.
See what I mean? If you're feeling lucky, go ahead.
You got a lot of Washington fans that want the name back. Whether you agree or not, I mean, there's a calling to change the name.
There is, but I understand why the name change. From a
tell him, Max.
It's all right. You can bark all you want.
Max can have an opinion.
If it offends people, which being a brown guy and brown man and being called something according to your race, a name, whether it's derogatory or not, in somebody else's eyes, I can see how that would be offensive. My whole life growing up with that, and somebody saying something describing me, you know what I mean? I understand that side where it's like, well, damn, that's something that I deal with on a daily, or I deal with weekly, or I've dealt with my entire life. So I understand if some Indians are, or Native Americans, are offended by the name. So
right. I get it too.
I get that piece.
But you have the same percent saying it's not. So does it all come down to money? They don't really care about feelings. Let's be honest.
No, the NFL is about money. Right. Bottom line. But from a secondary, in my opinion, the secondary.
Of course. I mean, of course, a lot of people find Redskins to be offensive. I'm not saying they don't.
Right.
But I'm just saying that you can't say
it was money.
Exactly. You can't say certain.
They changed because of money, but
have an opinion and certain can't. Like, who cares what the president thinks? Who cares what the government thinks if they're not funding it to begin with on either side?
Well, even if they're not funding, but to interject your influence when it's not needed. Let me come to you, Ed. What do you think? I mean, does he have a right to say, hey, I'm going to hold the stadium deal up until they change the name back?
two thoughts are running through my head. The first one is I miss the days of stay in your lane. But the other one is just because you can doesn't mean you should. He can have his own opinion. Is it helpful? Not in the least. It's not helping anything. So why do it? It's really none of his business, aside from being an American and free to express his opinion. But it's a lot of things, but it's certainly not helpful. It's all it does is give us something else to yell at each other about, and right. At the end of the day, we might as well argue about who are the top 5 teams in the Division I football. Mm-hmm. We could argue that all day. I can have an opinion. Right. Will we settle anything at the end of the discussion? It's doubtful. No. It serves. It's like what's that thing? A clanging cymbal signifying nothing, something like that.
Right.
It's stay in your lane.
No, I mean it would benefit those that want the name to be changed back, including Native Americans.
Well, so because now you have to buy a whole bunch of new gear.
Do what?
You have to buy a bunch of new gear for starters.
You bought a bunch of new gear for the said Commanders and Washington football team twice.
Don't buy the Commanders stuff.
So don't buy the.
Don't buy it, Chad. Don't.
I'm just saying you can't say it doesn't benefit anybody. It benefits those that want the name back, including Native Americans. You can't say stay in your lane. It doesn't benefit anybody. When you ask 50% of Native Americans, they say they want the name changed back. You can't say it doesn't benefit anybody just because that fits your narrative.
Well, now, wait a minute. The narrative also was couched in terms of you're using a term that some people find offensive. We're not talking about pistol versus handgun. We're talking about Indian versus Redskin.
So why don't
or Native American versus Redskin? They're not apples. They're apples and oranges, man.
No, they're not. You can't say it doesn't. It doesn't.
One's derogatory, one's not. It's that simple.
You have Native Americans saying they're not offended by it. They want the name changed back. You can't say if they change the name, it wouldn't benefit anybody. That's not true.
I can find Virginia fans that don't want Tony Elliott fired. What does that prove?
That would benefit the people that want him to stay. You can't say it doesn't benefit anybody just because you don't.
If let's say I don't want Tony Bennett. Lord, I wish Tony Bennett wasn't fired. So let's say I don't want Tony Elliott fired. How does that benefit me? How do I gain from that?
Native Americans that want the
no. Stay with me on this. Stay with me on this example. If I don't want Tony Elliott fired, how does it benefit me?
You said if they change the name, Trump has no business staying his name. It doesn't benefit anybody if they change the name back to what it was. That's not true. It affects the Native Americans. Said it's not offensive. Change it back, and the Commanders fans that want it changed back. It benefits a lot.
At the end of the day, somebody's going to be mad. Yeah,
absolutely on both sides.
But we haven't moved the needle one little bit.
But you can't say it doesn't benefit anybody, Ed. You're sticking your point.
Okay, we could probably find somebody that would benefit from it. You're right.
Yeah, one Native American wants the name changed back. You're right.
Well, if we can save one life.
Yeah. And it's political. Let's move on.
Well, I feel like it's a situation where we definitely
Law got what he wanted, Chad.
No. For me, no. For me, I feel like
just remember that when we renegotiated our deal.
He lit the fire. He got what he wanted. You're right.
Yeah, exactly. He used us, man. Like he does every time.
Hey, you even set up
every time.
You're even in the camera now. I can see you now.
Listen, what I said was
he's out of the restroom. I see him now.
Look, this is what I said. I said it's a private held entity. That's it.
They should pay for anything like this, Law.
I'm trying to tell you, man. They really should. Those sponsors need to step up, man. We need to get those sponsors running, man. I'm dead serious about that.
Sorry about that. We both got wound up. My bad, Ed.
But I feel like hey, just as good as what's on ESPN and and Fox.
Chad, I've been married 34 years as of Sunday. If you think I'm worried about being right, you're not paying attention.
God bless that lady. You got to sell this footage, Law. It's not free.
Yeah, for sure. But I feel like it's a privately held company. I don't think the government has anything to do or say, as long as they're not breaking it.
You're using public money to build the stadium.
It's all private. So honestly, if you don't agree with what they're saying private, they really don't care what you say. I don't think he's going to get much. He's not going to get much. I mean, he'll get feedback, but there's no intention to change the name back because Trump said change it.
No.
On any program, not just the Redskins. I think he said something else. Baseball, Indians, Guardians, whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure the Guardians came into it. I thought that was kind of a strange name to pick, but.
Well, give me $1 billion, then we'll talk about what you want to say, Trump. I mean, if you want to be real about it.
You take a check?
Right. Money order. If you're not pony up to the table, I mean, yeah, he's a president. I mean,
yeah.
If you're talking about private and this amount of money he just wants clicks. He's like Jerry Jones, to be honest.
No, Jerry's all by himself on that.
He's about. I don't know about that. They're from the same school. Those guys are from the same school. They just one's from the north, one's from the south. But they're from the same.
They're from the same island.
They're from the same tribe. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Island.
Yeah, I got it. I heard you.
but they're definitely from the same cloth. But this has been great. I mean, topics flying all over the place, all different types of things. I must say, Ed, your sound is great. You're using earpieces. Is that what it is?
Yes, sir.
That's what it is.
It's not the restroom Wi-Fi. That's what it is.
No, your sound is great. But I wouldn't tell you that. So
he worries about me. He just can't express it. It's fine. I get it.
Sound is great. Looks, we're still working on it.
Yeah. And it looks like you, Ed, you, Chad, you found like a nice stable place to record as well.
Yeah, but
his dog likes him, so he can't be but so bad.
Guys, you got to tell me about the fly trapper.
Is that a fly trapper?
Is that what that is?
Y'all gotta tell me about that before we start.
I thought it was a pull down for your attic. We'll just call it that. How about that?
Hey, I like it. Let's go with
that. I thought it was maybe the escape rope for your man cave.
But let's go ahead and get our.
Wait, but you got all boys. The whole place is a man cave. What am I thinking?
Go ahead, bring it on.
They're
bring
at the
it on
beach,
down, Ed. Even better. Go ahead, Ed.
Monologue.
Look, speaking of that, you by yourself.
Yes,
they say you walking around in your underwear all over the house when you're home by yourself. Is this a true
I got pants
thing?
on.
Is this a true when you know that your kids are gone, your wife is gone, you're by yourself? Are you walking around in your underwear, Chad?
No. I live in a subdivision with way too many windows.
But yeah,
I don't think wives should get jealous. You know what I mean?
Oh shit! Here we go.
I'm definitely not walking around naked. I'll leave that up to Ed.
Thank you.
Lord. Closing monologue. Go ahead, Ed.
It's as some of you have probably figured out by now. I am nearing that point in life where celebrities, people that I don't know, are starting to die off, and it some of it resonates a little more than others. Ozzy Osbourne passed away. Was it yesterday? Early this morning?
Hey, it was today.
I think it might have been early today.
Today.
Yeah, I was in the pre-show. I was saying that I remember when Ozzy was the devil incarnate. He was biting the heads off of bats and preaching Satanism and all of that fun stuff. And then the same guy becomes a beloved figure in pop culture. Go figure. Theo,
off show.
Yeah, I mean it's yeah. The Malcolm Jamal Warner was I still laugh about the episode of the Cosby Show where his sister made him a shirt.
The Gordon Guttrell. Yep.
And Cliff tells him to tuck it in, and he said, "Dad, it's tucked into my socks."
Right.
It's these guys that are again. When Elvis died, my mom thought it was the end of the world. It didn't really. I mean, yeah, I knew who Elvis was, but it didn't really resonate that much with me. We're starting to get the guys that do resonate. Dave Parker passed away a couple of weeks ago. The Cobra. It's you're starting to lose guys that are that have meaning and connections. So, yeah, it kind of stings today.
Yeah. I feel you on that, brother. Come on in, Chad. Closing monologue.
No, I mean to lighten the mood a little bit. It's almost football season. We're some mini camps going on. We got people reporting next week full time. We'll go to NFL here in about 4 to 5 weeks. UVA here coming up. Looking forward to it. I'm obviously pessimistic, but hey, it's good. It's good talk. Good talking to you guys. Law ed. We chop it up. We don't always agree, but we take an hour. Away every week, every couple of weeks to get away from real life, just to talk.
Yeah.
Shit. Either way, so.
Glad
Appreciate
you decided to show up.
Yeah. I mean, some of us work it every now and then. My rest area doesn't have good Wi-Fi. Maybe I'll join you next time.
I can't believe Crozet doesn't have good Wi-Fi.
I'm not always in Crozet. I'm at the rest area up in Waynesboro.
Well, how does Crozet manage without you?
They barely get by, my man. Kind of like the Raiders without John Gruden.
No, we're doing just fine without John.
Nah, good chalking up, guys.
No,
absolutely, man. What I'll say is, I'm thankful for you guys. I really appreciate it. Of course, summer's pretty much running by here real fast. Fall time is up on us. School, kids get ready to go back. When do your kids go back, Chad?
I think my wife goes back as a teacher the first week in August. I think they go back. It's a couple of weeks, man. It's not long at all. I felt like they just got back.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna say August. It's that Wednesday. I want to say the second week in August for some reason.
Damn,
it's early.
Yeah.
So they say they start earlier, but then you got so many snow days that they go into your break. So this summer, I can't speak for her, but this summer, just with the boys being here, it's been
blazed. Yeah,
it's time
blazed
to go back.
through.
Yeah.
Yep. Blazed through.
Yeah.
That brings me to saying, the time you have with your family and your loved ones, guys, make sure you hang out with them. You spend your time with them. Make memories, man. Make memories. When it's time to go to some, hang out with them, go hang out with them. I was with my family this weekend, and had some of my aunts and some of my younger cousins and some family members. We had a little cookout, my sisters, and it just meant a lot, and able to see them. And, we reminisced on my grandmother, who was no longer with us, who was pretty much, he's the matriarch of our family, but really helped, put us in the light that we are in as a family, and as a division of a tribe that we are. And I can tell you this, if you got the time, don't put it off. Just hang out with your family this time of year, especially with summer coming to an end so fast. Before you know it, you're back into the rat race. You're back into school. You're back. We're getting ready to get back into football. We won't even think about anything in this past summer because we'll be talking about games, and we'll be talking about quarterback play. We'll be talking about everything else.
We're talking about games,
but we would have already have forgotten the summer and the little bit of extra time that we may have had to hang out with family. So, my monologue is hang out with your family, love your family while you still got some time, and buckle up, get ready. It's all coming. But one thing I want to say is we thank you all for hanging out and chilling with us and watching the show week in and week out. We'll be back tomorrow. We already had a NFL game. The Hall of Fame game is in a couple days. We're ready to get this thing started. We want to thank you guys for hanging out and chilling out with us. But as of now, this shop is closed. Thank you guys for hanging out, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.